Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to the Thin Crust Flopcast.
Yes.
And we've made it, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 50!
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, Damo, I also just quickly looked it up. We've been doing the Flopcast for about 2 years.
Fucking hell.
Because I looked at when the first one got uploaded on YouTube. January 19th, 2022.
Fucking hell, man.
Like, sheesh. So yeah, apologies for starting a bit later, everyone. Had some technical issues. Streamlabs wanted to fight me today.
Mm-hmm.
But also...
Which is weird considering, though, because it gave you an error code that is primarily associated to OBS when I looked it up.
Yeah. I looked it up and basically it looked like the output had somewhat been switched to something else. So once I swapped it to what it should have been, it was good.
Ah, okay, that makes more sense now.
Yeah. But we are here, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 50. Fuck! 2 years!
Right.
I missed our 2-year anniversary on this!
That's fine. We can make up for it one other point. It's not too
I'm gonna
bad
have to
when
actually
it's
look.
fine.
I'm gonna have to actually go through all the VODs on Twitch because thankfully, because I highlight them, they end up being saved.
Well, yeah, true. And not just that, they are uploaded onto your YouTube channel too.
Yes. So that's what I said. The 19th of January. So, make a mental
Happy
note.
2-year anniversary to us.
Indeed. Happy 2-year anniversary to the fact that also there are people clearly not paying attention at Twitch or YouTube that are allowing us to do this shit.
Hey, we just roll with it, honestly.
Fucking facts. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, I am joined by my lovely co-host, the controversial cat maid, and probably one of the best listeners around. We have Damo, or as they like to be called in a minute, Damoosh.
Ooh, how's it going, guys? Sorry, I'm kind of stuck with this voice. I'll explain in a little bit, but like, yeah. Anyway, hey, how's it going?
We do have a variety of topics to actually talk about today. Obviously, we had the IGN Awards recently.
Yes, we did.
AKA also the DICE Awards, was it called?
The DICE Awards, yes.
Yeah.
That I literally stayed up for until the very end, by the way, so...
Yeah. Damo actually stuck it out for the end on that one.
Yeah, literally pulled an all-nighter and did not go to sleep at all, even like the day after.
And yeah, so YouTube comment section, round of applause. And that is me clapping, not tapping my ass cheeks.
I thought you were going to say that's me clapping, not fapping, because that would have gone so much better.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I'm so glad I set my YouTube channel to not for kids.
Oh dear.
No, literally
Lord
every
have
single video
mercy
that
on us all.
every single video that gets uploaded on there is literally classed as not for kids.
No, I know.
It's like, oh, you did a Minecraft stream on here a few years ago? Let's have a look. Fuck, shit, cunt, bollocks, wanker, arsehole, bastard. Yeah, no, that's not for kids. Not once have I had an age restriction tag on mine, because I literally am like, nope, not for kids, not for kids, not for kids, you can fuck the hell off. Not getting slapped with a fucking lawsuit, like, oh, my 5-year-old was watching your podcast and you happen to call some person an absolute cunt waffle. How dare you corrupt my children's ears with your absolute filth!
Can I just say, though, the fact that you use cunt waffles so much, and yet I was the first person to bring that up.
I know!
It's just a random shit that I say, and it's usually cunt waffle or tit wanker. And you've now adopted cunt waffle as one of your new words, so I'm happy about that.
I've done a lot of things, but then again, that's the thing about chaos. It's like you bring in everything. You are literally, I am chaos. Therefore, everything is a factor. There is no end point. I consume all. The only problem is the acid reflux it sometimes gives. Ugh. Can you tell the mode? You know. So I want to ask Demo. We've hit 50. How does it actually fucking? How does it also realise that we've been doing this for 2 years? Doesn't feel like it, does it?
It really doesn't. No. Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like it's been 2 years at all.
Like,
to be honest.
It feels like we were only like celebrating the fact we don't actually managed to make an entire fucking year, and I hadn't realised like how much we'd actually done. We've covered so many different fucking topics over the course of this. From Final Fantasy VII remaster mods.
Sephiroth!
Massive cock!
Massive cock! See, we do share a brain cell or two. That's all good.
To also, obviously, the entire catastrophe that was the Activision Blizzard acquisition.
Oh, don't even. I don't want to even think about that anymore, man. Next thing. Go on, move along.
And we've also obviously covered indie games. Obviously, we've had our Sims moments as well.
Naturally, yeah.
Obviously, I've had my various rants about fucking shit that I'm rather passionate about. Man, it's fucking difficult to believe. Like, how? I would say we're somewhat informative, but at the same time, we're not. We're just giving the facts that we can actually find ourselves, because we don't have loads of we don't have loads of people that literally are got so much legal know-how.
Well, exactly, and at the end of the day, as we have always stated in every episode of the podcast, is do your own research, because if we're wrong, we'd rather you come to us, whether that's through DMs on Discord or even just simply through YouTube comments.
Yeah, and I do obviously need to state, obviously, there's obviously informing us that we're wrong about a subject, but then there's also going out and hating us because you personally feel that that we're wrong. If you personally feel that we're wrong, just because your opinion is completely different, you're entitled to that opinion. But we're going based off the facts that we've actually found and placed upon us. So, if you want to jump up and down and shout at us and try and get into an argument with us, then may I suggest actually going outside and touching some grass? Because we're not aiming to hurt anyone.
Please do.
We're not aiming to hurt anyone. We're not aiming to actually pick sides. Well, unless we feel it's really stupid.
Yeah.
I will say I do want to actually make an amendment to a topic that we actually covered last time.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Because it has actually come to my attention that, I was the information in regards of the Nintendo investigation on Power World. Now, this information wasn't actually, I had not actually found this information until literally only recently. So I want to first of all apologise in regards of the information. That is not entirely the truth. What actually has happened was Nintendo has put out basically put out a statement and said, we are aware of the various things that you guys have said. Now please stop emailing us.
Oh, so they're not getting involved at all?
They are looking into it, but at the same time, because they've had so many people message them like, hey, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. It's apparently been so bad that they've had to make a statement like, look, stop. Fucking, like, literally, it's like the Terminator go, dude, shut the fuck up. So, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like understandable at the end of the day. If they've already said, look, we're looking into it, you don't need to hound them.
So,
I'm sure, with the millions upon millions of employees that they do have to do research like this, especially their legal teams, they're going to find something.
Yeah.
On their own. Don't get me wrong, they're probably grateful for your help, but hounding them is not going to help the situation.
Yeah. So literally, if there is actually... So, information that I had received, not entirely true. They are not actually pursuing legal yet. If it does go that route, obviously we'll look into it a bit more. But as it currently stands, there is no currently any legal proceedings about to happen.
Exactly.
So
I don't want to go in blind.
So yeah, just wanted to actually get that out of the way first, because I felt that was important. See, ladies and gentlemen, when we do make mistakes, we actually go out of our way to make sure that we actually put out the right information of what we can. And I will be the first to apologise in regards to that. So, apologies. But
You're forgiven, dude. It happens.
But at the same time, as stated, the information I was looking around, and that did not pop up until, as I said, recently. So, some stuff does slip through the cracks.
Naturally.
So that's why it's always important that you don't take everything that we say as gospel. You actually hear what we have to say and actually look into stuff yourself. Take the time to actually look into events that are actually transpiring if it actually takes your interest. Don't just hear what one person says and then go off on a tirade. We do not encourage anyone to harass, bully, send death threats, or any shape or form based on one person's information. Because, ladies and gentlemen, to quote Full Metal Alchemist here, there is always a truth hidden within the truth.
Yeah.
So, always do your due diligence. So with that being covered, onto the more lighthearted stuff. Damo, I pretty much already gather where this is going to go. What the fuck you been playing the past couple of weeks?
Oh, well, as you guys can probably tell from if you guys words, Davo, words. Sorry, let's try that again.
Rolled
Read it in 3, 2,
rolled a nat one on English.
There we go. So I have mainly been playing Baldur's Gate 3, not just solo modded on my own, but also, as you guys know, on stream. I have been collaborating with a friend of mine called BethAnime19. And we've been playing that multiplayer with our friends Electronica and stuff.
You've also been doing it with Inventor.
Yep. I've also been doing a different stream day with Inventor, and we're now going to be doing that with Ivy as well, since we both went half and half on getting her Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, I love that. Now, last night I kind of broke my friend Beth. Not just because of the voices I've been doing. This is why my voice is kind of like this at the moment, and it kind of like fluctuates in and out of like this and like my normal voice. And basically the best moment ever, which I did clip on their channel actually, if you want to go check it out, is I forgot that I took my character's clothes off and they were just in their underwear.
Oh, God's sake.
And
how'd you forget that?
it was just because the last time we played it was like almost a week ago, dude. You know, and that there was also a point which I will be going back through mine personally and clipping, where the absolute lady, shall we say, the voice.
Yes.
I basically was doing a voice along to that because fuck it.
Yeah.
And I
The narrator.
may or may not, yes, the narrator, and I may or may not have gotten Beth a little bit flushed in the cheeks.
Damn. Damon with that riz.
Yeah. All that riz. You know.
Fucking hell,
I'm not even sure what that word even fucking means, to be honest.
When you do real good flirting to a point that actually causes some rosy cheeks. Basically.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, it's kind of why Kiwi said it the other day when we were doing coffee talk.
Ah, okay, that makes a lot of sense now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also streamed a little bit of Detroit Become Human, as well. It's getting there. It's getting really good, to be honest. Not gonna lie. And I've also still been doing a little bit of Honkai Star Rail off stream when I feel like I'm in the mood for it. Shocking. I've not mentioned Sims. I know.
You've not touched Sims for a while, have you?
I haven't, no. And the thing is, like, even off stream, I have a couple of other multiplayer campaigns that I'm in for Baldur's Gate 3. So I've mainly been busy with that. You know, so it's all good. Honestly, like, I'm pretty, like, hyped for it. Because I'm even now, to this day, I'm still finding new things to do with Baldur's Gate 3. And I have almost 300 hours in the game.
Yeah.
Like, from when I first got it on PC sort of thing. But yeah, I'm still finding new stuff all the time, and it just keeps on amazing me. And I was able to actually, last night on my modded playthrough, successfully romance Astarion, and we are now a couple, and I've just reached Baldur's Gate in Act 3. You can go all you want, but the other modded playthrough that I was playing,
Give me Karlak.
I actually romanced Karlak.
Yeah, best girl.
And honestly, it was really sweet and it was really cute.
Yeah, Karlak, best girl.
Like, she's so innocent. We need to protect her at all costs. All fucking costs.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Bless her. She is sweet.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, fuck yeah.
And
I also, as well...
I love Karlak, as soon as I actually found out about it.
Right, she's such a sweetheart. But I also managed to successfully do the scene that I have also done, well, voicing at least when been hanging out with you a couple times in your stream, of the, it was right there! You know, that one.
Yeah.
I managed to successfully do that, and then there was a bit of dialogue afterwards that I could choose, which was no chaos, just some questions. To the point I've asked my friend Steph if she could maybe, you know, do a little design with it sort of thing. So if I have, say, like a new follower, I haven't decided if it's a new follow thing or if it's going to be a new sub thing. Yep. But to have that pop up, you know, just to be like, oh, sweet. And I've, like, you know, it's pretty awesome, to be honest. I can't wait to see what she's come up with. You know, so I really can't wait to see. Because I just thought it'd be really neat, you know, because when you come into my stream specifically, and I'm coming out with all this random shit, it's okay, no chaos, but I just have some questions. You know? It's what I'm about. Like, that's what my streams are about. It's random shit that leaves people with some questions, even if it's not chaotic. So, yeah, that's, you know, been my last couple of weeks, honestly, and it's been fucking great. To be fair. And I also dyed my hair black, like, just to give you guys a bit of thing. I did try and go with the purple, but I did not bleach my hair prior, therefore it did not take to my hair naturally. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Enough about my shit though. Chaos, you cheeky rizzy bastard. What you been playing over the last couple of weeks?
Oh my. Thank you very much, my dear.
Trying to copy me now, look.
I've had a partner for about 10 years. I've got the riz all day long, mate.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Congratulations.
I'm sorry, but if anyone's actually in a long-term relationship where you still both love each other, then both of you got riz. I don't care what anyone else says.
Yeah, naturally, obviously.
That's just,
go on.
you know, that's just, you know. I've actually been playing Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which Lion suggested to me, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it, to the point I actually did a 7.5 hour stream on it the other day. Also been playing Helldivers 2, which so many other people have been playing, to the point where it's actually kind of been a struggle to get into the game. And I don't mean like it's been tough to actually like enjoy the game. I mean it's been tough to actually get into the servers. It kind of says something when they cap the servers at 500,000 and it's still not enough. I've also been dabbling in a new gacha game that has appeared on the PlayStation.
Ooh.
Based off the anime, is it wrong to find girls in the dungeon?
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad. Actually, it's they give you They give you a 10 pool right off the get go, and they gives you like an ultra rare character, and if you're not happy with it, you can respin until you get until you get a character you may want, which I think is actually pretty cool. It's actually been fun little games actually just to play while I'm just chilling. When I'm deciding. Obviously, I've been hitting that Persona 3 Reload. Obviously, I've not been streaming yet because I've been having too much fun, and by the time stream comes around, it's like, do I want to do any more of that on stream? Because I don't think people want to see me do story. People want to see me suffer. I have actually almost maxed all the social stats. I've got academics and charm up the max. Courage is next. It's at 5 currently. I'm starting my Yukari social link, which I'll end up with romancing her anyway. But my main aim is obviously to get Mitsuru. Because Mitsuru, best girl. Yeah, she's a redhead. What's not to like?
Till I go turn into a redhead.
No, because they've given them like special like ultimate moves that do like really good damage. That do really good damage, and they look really fucking cool too. She basically slides around on ice, stabbing her a few times, and then she sits on a pillar of ice as the enemy gets frozen. It's like, bruh, queen mentality. I mean, Lion did I think at one point he did say to me, "Yo, step on me." To her, I'm like, yeah, nah, bruh, I'm good.
Oh my.
I mean, she rides on a bike. What's not to like? A redhead that likes bikes? Sounds like a winner to me. Been doing that. Also, I've been making preparations for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as the part 2 of the trilogy, remake trilogy, which is coming out on Thursday. Which I will be streaming.
Naturally.
Because, yay! And also because, well, I've seen some things. Because one of the funny scenes is obviously you guys get disguised up and sneak onto a Shinra ship. And obviously you keep your disguises when you end up in the beach resort afterwards. One video that popped up on Twitter for me, which I'm like, hang on, is this legit? Turns out it is. Aerith and Tifa in swimsuits.
Okay.
And apparently, and it looks like based on certain things will kind of determine their swimsuits. And it looks like it's going to be just like what it was with the remake. It might be either choices but quests that will determine it. And I have seen all 3 of Tifa's. And oh boy, oh damn. That's all I can say. It's like, y'all motherfuckers really doing this? And then you see Barrett in the back in his full-on sailor outfit. No, we're talking like one of those ridiculous like bright blue and white uniforms that they used to wear. That type of shit. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Vincent. Everyone's Mr. Edge, to anyone that played the original. Mr. Edgelord, who's voiced by Matt Mercer. That's going to be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting, yeah.
That's actually pretty cool, so I'll be looking forward to that. Yes, you also get to play as Zack. Spoiler alert. Zack lives at the end of the remake. Instead of dying. Because it shows him actually not dying at what should have happened at the end of Crisis Core. So there's going to be quite a few... So yeah, there's going to be quite a few things. I'm so looking forward to this. The only thing I'm somewhat upset about is the fact that your levels don't transfer over from remake to rebirth.
Oh, that sucks.
So I was actually thinking of maybe doing a before they obviously announced that. I was thinking of maybe before the game came out, I would do like a grind to level 100, so that I'd be like OP as shit for when the next game came out. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So boo-hoo. But yeah, I will obviously be enjoying that, and you may see Demo sat in the call with me, no doubt.
Probably.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, damn. It's a few things to look forward to. So, that's enough of obviously what we've been playing. Now to actually crack on to what we do.
Yeah.
Max level in Remake was 50, not 100, and Rebirth is 75. Oh! Okay. Thank you for the information there, Slayer. So, we have a few things to talk about. Well, I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start off with a couple of things. Tripwire Interactive, the people that actually made Killing Floor, have pretty much said that Killing Floor 3 is in the works, and by pretty much said, they showed a screenshot on their official Twitter page showing most anticipated games, and on there is a picture of Killing Floor 3, and they have basically straight up announced it. So, yeah, look forward to myself, and probably Charles, playing that and enjoying the fucking music in the background, because, oh boy, that shit was kick-ass. I would kill all the in-game sound just so I could blare the music.
Okay.
And knowing me and Charles, we will probably end up, if there's a beach, we'll probably end up painting the entire beach fucking red with the blood of all the monsters we kill. I kid you not. Literally, first time we played it and we were on that map, it was just the pair of us because the other two randoms that were with us fucked off. The entire beach, red. All the sand, red.
Okay.
I do not know how we did that. It was fucking hilarious though. We literally gave the true definition of painting the town red and said we painted the fucking beach red. I'm pretty sure even a butcher's wouldn't pale in comparison to how red we made that.
Oh my.
It was like, oh boy. Obviously, when there's more information about when it comes out, we will obviously let you guys know here on the Flopcast. Also, coming this week, if I remember rightly, because it was information that passed me, but it went by so quick I couldn't grab it. But looks like this week we are getting a Pokemon Presents, and that might actually mean we might be seeing the next Pokemon game or next gen Pokemon game. I still think it's too soon for that. They may be talking about Pokemon Smile and maybe the full release of Pokemon Sleep, which our lovely Demo did test it out when they released it as a beta.
Wait, what did I test out?
Pokemon Sleep.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. I kind of like went, ooh la, la la la. Yes, I did. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really used it in a really long time. But I'm not saying that it's like a bad thing. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
You know, like, I pick up apps on my phone all the time to play random shit with, like, in terms of games, and then I'll, like, not use them for a while. That's just me personally. If anything else. So please don't take that as a sign if you should not get it. I genuinely do think you should. Because it can end up helping with a sleep schedule. Okay, the incentives aren't IRL money or, you know, whatever. But the incentives are catching different types of Pokemon, pretty much, by feeding them and getting them and stuff like that. You know, okay, yeah, you can't do Pokemon battles, but that doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's there to help track your sleep.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to say that it's a bad thing just because I personally don't use it anymore.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
I probably will at some point. Oh.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Well, shit.
Alright, well, if it goes live when... well, I might actually end up going live early to actually watch it.
Nothing wrong with that, honestly.
Because, like, granted, I'm seeing a lot of people be like, oh, the best thing to actually probably come out of it was not actually any new Pokemon game, but them actually releasing the original Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, and Crystal on the emulator for the Switch, which I would actually be down for. I think that would actually be a really good fucking thing. Because a lot of people have been wanting them on the emulators on the Switch. It would actually be really good, considering the fact that emulators actually allow for quite a bit. You could actually probably have actual Pokemon battles. And they may also, if they were to do that, they could actually incorporate that into the Pokemon Stadium games that they have on the emulators as well. So there's lots of options they can actually do, which would actually make the Pokemon Stadium games, personally, better. Because that's one thing I actually disliked about this Pokemon Stadium games on the Switch, is that there was no way to actually... You basically had no choice but to use the rental Pokemon with literally the worst stats and moves. So... I mean, come on, who gives a fucking... who lets a Charizard only keep Ember and not Flamethrower? Like, fuck off. I'm serious, it was so bad! Blastoise with Water Gun? No! Hydro Pump! Ah! Or give it Surf! Oh! Oh! They gave literally the best Pokemon the worst moves! It's like, that's why you see loads of people use, like, Pikachu and Jigglypuff and that, because they literally have the better moves! They actually have Thunderbolt and shit like that, you know, stuff that makes sense! Oh, it's absolutely cringeworthy. That's why I only did one. That's why I only did like one stream on both Pokemon Stadium and Stadium 2 because they pissed me off. Because I knew it was gonna be bad. I forgot how bad it was.
Yeah. It was quite bad when I watched you play it, to be honest.
So yeah, tune in tomorrow. If you want to actually see Pokemon Presents, tune in onto their YouTube channel at 6 AM PST.
And don't ask me to convert the time zone difference to GMT because I have no fucking idea.
That should be 2 o'clock UK time in the afternoon.
PM. Okay, yeah, good.
So yeah, I may actually start streaming a bit early tomorrow then. Because there's not actually anything planned tomorrow, so I actually be the start sorted, then I can actually talk about it. So yeah, what you got for us, Damo?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna start off with the Dice Awards that we were talking about earlier. So, as I mentioned, I did literally do a fucking all-nighter for that, when I really could have just been like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna just try and go to bed at like 10 p.m. and set an alarm for 3 so like 3 so I can watch this, like, you know, when it starts around about 4 a.m. I think it started, actually. So, you know, no, my brain does not work like that. But I will read out the winners of the categories, so because I literally noted them down and I just sent them all in a DM to like literally our little group chat for the podcast. So best game of the year is Spider-Man 2. Adventure game of the year, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Role-playing game of the year, it's obvious, Baldur's Gate 3. Sports game of the year,
I honestly thought it would have been My Little Pony. Didn't you know best role-playing game should have gone to Call of Duty?
Oh my god, don't even. Anyway,
the best
show 23.
Best role-playing game of 2024. The Last of Us Part 2! Better remembers that fucking meme.
Anyway, Sports Game of the Year, MLB The Show 23. Mobile Game of the Year, What the Car. I didn't know it even existed until the DICE Awards, so, you know, we learn something new every day. Outstanding Achievement Audio in Design, Spider-Man 2. Outstanding Achievement in Original Music Composition, Spider-Man 2. Hall of Fame, Koji Kendo. And if you don't know who that is, he basically did, if I remember correctly, the compositions and stuff for the original Mario games and stuff like that.
I would have thought that the best music composition would have gone to Microsoft for all the music they can make from all the tears of all the people they've had to let go.
I was literally on the topic of Hall of Fame on that front, but okay. Outstanding Achievement in Story, Baldur's Gate 3.
Surprise to fucking prize.
It's Outstanding Achievement in Character, Miles Morales, which turns out, actually, by the way, because I've spoken to a couple of people about this, Miles Morales does actually have his own main story in the Spider-Man 2 game.
Okay.
So technically, he's not even a side character. But even then, personally, this is just me. No.
You say that because your vampy boy actually lost.
Hey, at the end of the day, like, congratulations to the voice actor for Miles Morales. I'm not gonna dispute that. Like, congratulations. But at the end of the day, it would not have been my first choice. No. So moving on. Simulation / strategy of the year, Dune Spice Wars. Fighting game of the year, Street Fighter 6.
Again, as I stated, there wasn't really much in the way of choice for that one for last year.
No. Outstanding achievement in game design, Baldur's Gate 3. Outstanding achievement for independent game, Cocoon. Outstanding achievement in animation, Spider-Man 2. Outstanding achievement in art direction, Alan Wake 2. Now that one, I will say, like, I will always be a Baldur's Gate 3 person, but in terms of art direction, Alan Wake 2 definitely 100%, hands down, deserve to win that, in my opinion. Like, you know, it's really fucking well done.
Yeah, it must have come at a real shock when you realised it wasn't a remake, but actually the second.
Shut up!
You know I'm not gonna let you live that down, right?
Oh, I also forgot to read one of them, like, from before. Online game of the year, Diablo 4.
Which should not fucking win, by the way. I'm pretty sure there are loads of games.
I was very surprised. It was either that or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and I think hands down between the two, I would definitely say Diablo 4.
Yeah, what are more people playing? Call of Duty.
Oh well, they clearly didn't get enough votes in. Anyway,
Yeah,
immersive reality, technical achievement, Horizon, Call of the Mountain. Immersive reality game of the year, Asgard's Wrath 2. Family game of the year, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Racing game of the year, Forza Motorsport. Outstanding technical achievement, Spider-Man 2. Outstanding achievement in game direction, Baldur's Gate 3. And obviously, last but not least, game of the year, Baldur's Gate 3.
To no one's surprise. Like, how many awards did they fucking take in the end?
Well, Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah, they took quite a few, they took a few that night. And the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, it's still technically the base game with obviously updates coming. They've not actually released any DLC. And they've done that well for themselves, so... Shout out to Larian Studios and Baldur's Gate for actually basically taking the entire night.
100.
Shout out to all the other winners and nominees as well.
Yes, honestly, like, genuinely, very proud of everybody. You know?
Yeah, shout out to all of you. You actually all deserve to actually be on there to some extent. Apart from a certain one, but I'm not going to name.
Bro.
Tell me I'm wrong!
You are not wrong. You are not wrong. But yeah, and then obviously some news that came up on my fucking doorstep, or should I say my phone screen. Um, Baldur's Gate 3 will be getting official mod support down the line, including cross-platform support for consoles. Larian's director of publishing, Michael Dowse, now just to let you guys know, this is from Eurogamer.net. And the news was published by Victoria Kennedy on the 23rd of February 2024. Before I continue on that front. Anyway, Larian's director of publishing, Michael Dowse, described plans for this official support as robust, but did not yet give an exact date for when it will arrive, other than to say it was planned for some time this year. We have a system, but it needs to be tested and still requires work, Dowse explained, noting that the team wanted to avoid any player frustration from game updates breaking mods. Larian is excited about this official mod support for Baldur's Gate 3, Dowse said, as the team loves its modding community and therefore wants to support everyone in it. It's coming, Dowse has affirmed. Whilst work continues behind the scenes at Larian, the developers suggested keeping an eye on the Baldur's Gate 3 Discord for updates. The person who wrote the article said that they had a quick look there at that time. Earlier and came across more details from Larian's senior community strategist, Wombat Medic. Gotta say, I love that username for the fucking strategist. Chef's fucking kiss. Well done. Much like Dowse, Wombat Medic said how much Larian loves its modding community and appreciates how frustrating it is when an update breaks any mods being used. They acknowledged Patch 6 had seemingly introduced a range of issues. We want to continue making sure you're getting the best possible experience, which is why we frequently patch the game, although this does inevitably mean that each new patch or hotfix has the potential to become incompatible with your favorite mods. We know this sucks, and we know you want to play with mods, and we want to make this right, Wombat Medic wrote. We want the very best for you, which includes establishing a pipeline that lets mod authors release their mods across different platforms. Together with the platform holders, we are working on making this a reality and are forming a team to support mod curation. According to Wombat Medic, Larian plans to offer modding support for things like classes, UI, customization, spells, and certain assets and game mechanics, saying this is no small task. The team currently plans to introduce the initial stages of modding support in our next big patch, which they said is still several months away. Frustrated as you might be now, we're keen to work with you on this and have plans to reach out to popular mod authors to talk further and work together to avoid issues in future, they closed.
Now, here's something I actually want to bring up. Obviously, crossplay is something that a lot of people really want, especially for Baldur's Gate 3. There have actually been quite a few games recently that have had crossplay between the consoles, but not PC. Obviously, Larian will obviously go out their way to actually make sure that obviously being able to play between console and PC will be a reality.
Oh, 100%. Like, they're literally working their asses off and everything.
Yeah. So, I would ask you this. Obviously, crossplay between consoles obviously would be, and PC, obviously, the main goal. But what if that actually is something they were unable to achieve immediately? Would you be happy?
Honestly,
I would ask this because obviously it's on PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah.
If they were to release for now, just to obviously get things tested out between the consoles, obviously the option to play between PlayStation and Xbox, do you think that would be a good idea, or should they wait until they actually get it so crossplay is across the board?
I think honestly, making any game crossplay is a challenge in itself, due to obviously the different specs and stuff like that, and obviously, you know, whoever's like hosting. Which will bring me onto this one bit in a moment. But at the end of the day, if it's just stuck between the two consoles for the time being, that is completely fine, because obviously PC, we know for definite we're getting mod support. But in terms of console, it may be a hit or miss. And obviously, say for example, I'm playing modded. Even now, if you wanted to, you had it on PC, for example, and we were going to play with each other with mods, you would need the exact same mods as I do.
Yeah.
All fully up to date. everything.
Yeah, it's that the whole mod thing, like mod support across the board, is going to be a challenge.
100%.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
It's like just crossplay on its own is going to be a massive thing. Like, I think the mods stuff between the entire thing could possibly wait until later, because crossplay, I would feel, would take higher priority. Obviously, mods are going to be mods, and people are going to make mods until they're blue in the face. But
Naturally.
making it sure that actually that people across the spectrum can literally, probably not the best choice of words, but you get the idea. Across the whole thing, literally can play with each other on their game. I think that would be their higher priority. The fact that they're obviously looking into mods on top of it all shows they really are dedicated to making sure the entire community gets
Feels
to
included.
Yeah, that's actually pretty big.
No, I just want to clarify in terms of mods coming to the console versions. Like I said, it may be a hit or miss. I do not know. I did read somewhere that it could potentially happen. I could not find that article to save my life to read it out.
I have an idea
in terms of the console way of things.
I have an idea on how that might actually work.
Mm-hmm.
What will probably be is like with the Skyrim and Fallout 4 mods you can get on console. They'll have a certain section that they've actually approved and put on their thing.
Yeah.
So that might be the case.
But in terms of actually answering your question, that I accidentally, dilly-dallied across the sea with that, apparently avoiding, which was completely unintentional. If it was to stick to just console at the end of the day, I would prefer them to make sure it sticks to just consoles for now, so they can figure out all the kinks and the quirks that they need to figure out before they make it crossplay with PC users.
Yeah.
Like I said, because a lot of PC users, they do have a tendency to use mods, therefore it'd be a bit difficult to do crossplay in that aspect.
Yeah, but why?
But it's not to say that it wouldn't be needless to say, it probably won't be an impossibility.
No, but what my question was, do you think releasing the console crossplay first would be a good thing, or do you believe the best thing would be for them to release the entire crossplay once they have it all sorted?
No, I think it would be a good idea for it to be crossplay for Xbox and PlayStation.
No, I'm talking.
Like I said, so they can figure out all the quirks and stuff.
So you say use the PlayStation and Xbox crossplay as like test.
The testing stage, yeah, like a testing stage. Like I said, to figure out all the quirks and the kinks and stuff like that. Before they make it a possibility for crossplay as a whole with PC users.
So here's another question as well. Obviously you got connections as well. They're gonna have to really look at the connections as well in regards to obviously all three systems, because if you got a player, like on PlayStation and on Xbox and on PC, that games that actually usually have players on each system, the servers do sometimes tend to chug, as I've noticed with Fortnite, having played with at least one person on each system before. And it does tend to chug. Do you feel that might actually be a concern?
I do believe it is a concern. One of my off-stream campaigns on Baldur's Gate 3, where I play obviously with a few people, sort of thing. I was the one hosting, okay? Everybody else was walking around fine, but one of my friends, they would literally teleport and stuff like that. So I don't know how that kind of works, because obviously if I'm hosting, it should go based off my internet.
Then it would basically be
but everybody else is perfectly fine. It's just this, one of my friends, they will, like how in Dead by Daylight where killers will ping back and forth, like rubber banding?
Yeah.
They were doing that quite a lot.
Ugh.
But everybody else, like myself and the two other people, were fine.
Well, to be fair, I think they'll actually probably end up doing a better job than Dead by Daylight anyway, but...
Well, no shit, but you know that's why I'm a bit confused. Like, if I'm the one making the multiplayer, it should be going based off of me.
Yeah, but the thing is like, then it's people.
Not.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's you be the host, but there's people's like ability to connect to your internet. It's basically able to connect to you. So that's why they may have been lagging.
I mean, you got a point.
Because when you're hosting something, it's not a case of how strong your internet is, it's how strong their connection is to you.
Yeah.
That's the big thing on that one.
You got a point there, yeah. I see where you come from.
I personally feel like I won't have an issue, considering I'm all Etherneted up.
Yeah.
That won't be an issue, literally, if any issue goes down, or literally just because either my internet's going down, or there is just a server connection issue.
Yeah.
Because that's when things really start to... will test. I personally feel that will be where they will be truly tested. Before, I was thinking that when they released, finally, their DLC, will be when they'll actually test people's thoughts on them. I think at this point, DLC impressions are literally just irrelevant at this point. Because people are going to play the DLC and be hyped about it regardless. Baldur's Gate 3 has literally cemented itself as one of the best games of all time. So their DLC is...
And I've still not seen it on sale, like, anywhere, just to clarify. Like, not even on CD keys, it's...
Their DLC will be literally the impression on the DLC. People will either be impressed or not, doesn't matter, people are still going to play it.
Yeah.
So... it'll be the crossplay connections that will definitely test. Because once the crossplay connections start, then those are actually sticking to playing with people on one system may notice a bit of an issue on their end as well.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, are they then taking away from other people's connections on their games to be able to actually then make it so crossplay is a lot easier for everyone else? So... we shall see, because that will be the true test of time for Baldur's Gate 3. And whether it can actually further extend itself from just a story game to a multiplayer story game.
Yeah.
Because that, I've noticed, seems to be the true definition. It's like, yeah, obviously it's a multiplayer story game already, but what seems to define a multiplayer story is if it's able to actually cross-play these days. So that will definitely be something that we'll be keeping an eye on, obviously, throughout the year, as obviously news will come out. Because you guarantee they won't keep quiet about this. Because any news seems to hype out the community.
Yeah.
Now it's just a case of if PlayStation and Xbox could actually play nice enough for it to actually work well. Again, that's just a thought process.
No, I get that. 100%. Sorry, I had a message.
Anyways?
Just needed to quickly check it, but it's all good.
Yeah.
But no, I do agree with you, because at the end of the day, like, even the modded support, like the article said, you know, they have said it's several months away yet. Several months. Because they want to be able to reach out to the modders of the community and, you know, make sure it's all done properly and all communication is held respectively and stuff like that before proceeding. So if anything, that's a really good fucking sign.
Yeah.
You know, they're not... Obviously, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors and stuff. I would fucking love to. And the fact they have a Discord, I may end up joining that just so I can be up to date on the fucking news to come, to be honest.
It might actually be a good idea.
Oh yeah, 100%. Honestly, I'm very heavily thinking on that now. And honestly, like, unlike Overwolf, where they were, well, it was more on EA's part that made Overwolf do this, would like giving incentives not to like, oh, you know, if you reach a certain amount of, say, like downloads, you get paid for it sort of situation. No, what they wanted was modders and custom content creators to enter in competitions to win a small money prize. Which, don't get me wrong, okay, it looked great at the start, but whether they upheld to it or not, I have no idea. Honestly, have no fucking idea. But it seems like the fact that they're genuinely just wanting to reach out to the modders, which could potentially, if anything, I'm 100%, in my opinion, I would genuinely think that it would also offer, there we go, brain, job opportunities for said modders, just like it kind of in a way did for Sims 4 custom content creators and modders as a whole.
Yeah.
If anything else. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else comes out of that, to be honest, because at the end of the day, it's not every day you get that kind of thing, like, come across. Is a, like, here, we can open lots of, like, job opportunities for you guys, whether it's working for us or other companies, it does not matter, like, and that's the vibe I'm getting from that they just want to reach out and help people with at least getting connections and stuff for this mod support.
Makes sense.
And I like that. That's really fucking cool.
Yeah,
to be honest,
that actually does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured, like, if anyone's actually gonna have like the full-on opinion in regards of this, it's this actual a Sims player who is like neck deep in, obviously keeping an eye out on the modding community on that one. So if anyone's actually gonna know anything in regards to that, it would be you.
Yeah. For people that may not know this, I have always played Sims with mods from all the way from Sims 2 officially. I did used to obviously dibble dabble in Sims 1, but not in terms of custom content and stuff like that, because I was obviously too young to know what it was. But when I came across Sims 2 custom content and mods, I had no idea what I was doing. I broke my game so fucking bad, like at fucking 11, 12 years old. I'm not even joking. And
I have no idea what you mean, says Damo.
Right. But even then, like, before I even knew what Nexus mods were, luckily it was because of my friend, Ta. Who actually told me about the website and stuff like that, and I was like, oh sweet, like a different website I can get Sims 4 custom content from and stuff like that. Honestly, I'm fucking happy about it, and I trust Nexus mods a fucking lot, honestly.
That's kind of where
seeing the different things.
Wasn't it Nexus mods where we also actually discovered the nude mod for Final Fantasy 7 Remake?
For Leon, and yeah, Final Fantasy 7 Remake too, yeah. And the shirtless Leon mod, as well as the full nudity.
I wonder how long it's going to be before we actually see nude mods for Rebirth when it comes out. Because they took a while. That took a while for the first game. That took some time. So it'll be interesting to see how long that takes.
Oh yeah, 100%. But do you want to know something that will actually kind of make you possibly giggle a little bit?
Go for it.
So, my friend got a camera mod, which is a standalone thing. You don't have to put it in your mods folder or anything like that. And I was like, oh, like, I want to, because we all know how much I like taking screenshots of my games and stuff like that. And obviously they gave it to me. And basically, I was making jokes, going like, oh, you know how much we want to see that Astarion and Vampy, you know what? Just genuine joking around. And I'm trying to, like, in the first romance scene that you can have, which can be unlocked sooner if you have a high enough approval, by the way. But it's the exact same as what it would be for the party scene. And I was just messing around, getting used to the camera mod, because obviously I've never really used a full-on camera mod unless it's the configuration file, say for Sims 2 or Sims 4, to be able to, like, do whatever. And it was coming to that romance scene. The romance scene was happening, sort of thing. And I was just pressing 3 on my the numpad sort of thing side of the keyboard. And somebody else joined the VC because I was streaming it, sort of thing, just to make sure I could get everything, like, done correctly and stuff.
Yeah.
And I panicked so hard that because the Vampy, you could see, but I panicked so hard that I ended. It's called share screen stream.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got very flustered and everything. And they're like, "Oh, it's just me. It's fine." I'm like, "Sorry, yeah, no, I kind of panicked." Because when I want to take screenshots of those kind of intimate scenes, I do have the nudity turned on.
Surprise, surprise.
But this is the thing, like, no, it's because obviously where they have like the little booby model for
Yeah,
when
yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah,
the
yeah.
nudity filters are off. I don't like it. It doesn't look that great for me personally. You know, so I want to be able to get certain shots, certain angles in
Yeah.
a way that, you know, I can take some really cool ones and some really nice, cute, like, you know, things, even if it's a bit steamy. Um, so obviously I've done that, but it's the fact that I literally panicked and went, I've never pressed like end stream so fucking quickly on Discord ever, you know, because I do my thing and I was just wanting some tips and stuff like that from the friend that's obviously used to using these kind of camera mods. And yeah, I've just never panicked so hard in my life. I was like, I'm sorry, sort of thing, you know.
uh, but yeah, all right.
You
As
never really get to see what his hoo-ha looks like anyway, so you know.
whatever, dude. Let's move on.
Yes, let's move on.
So, Helldivers 2 was built on an obscure Swedish engine that was discontinued in 2018.
Oh my god. No wonder why it's having issues. Like,
No, that's because they underestimated this. That's because they underestimated the amount of people that wanted to play it. That's why.
I know I'm taking the piss, it's fine.
So you've heard, obviously, this is coming from PCGamer.com. So you've heard of Unreal Engine and Unity, two engine juggernauts that power most of your Steam library, but you've probably never heard of BitSquid.
BitSquid? Oh my god.
It was an obscure game engine used in a handful of notable Swedish indies of the early 2010s, and in 2018, Autodesk bought BitSquid, renamed it Autodesk Stingray, then discontinued it in 2018. One of the last games released using Stingray was Fat Shark's Warhammer 40k Darktide in 2022. The newest Stingray game is Helldivers 2. So there's a connection there. Put Darktide on PlayStation, please. Thank you very much. Responding to an article on game development blog 80 Level, Arrowhead Game Studios CEO Johan Pilestead confirmed that their smash hit PlayStation published co-op shooter is running on abandonware. The project started before it was discontinued. Our crazy engineers had to do everything with no support to build the game in parity with other engines. One might reasonably think that if Helldivers was still early on in development, when Autodesk hung the closed forever sign on Stingray, a good opinion would have been to start over on a different engine. But it's not that simple. Stingray isn't just the Helldiver 2 engine, it's the engine Arrowhead has used in most of its games over its 16-year history, including the Showdown effect, the 2014 Gauntlet reboot, and the original Helldivers. Stingray is what the studio knows, and when you have an experienced group of experts in a specific set of tools, you don't give that up lightly.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Loyalty could be a factor too. Arrowhead and Fat Shark seemingly have a close relationship with the original BitSquid founders Nicholas Frykholm and Tobias Persson, two Swedish industry vets who founded BitSquid after the closure of Grin, Bionic Commando Rearmed, in 2009. The Swedish outfits were the earliest and some of the only studios to ever use BitSquid/Stingray in commercial projects. 6 years of its 6 years after its shutdown, Arrowhead and Fat Shark are still holding a torch for the defunct engine and supporting its founders. After Frykholm and Persson left Autodesk, the two studios were early investors in their next engine project, Our Machinery. Oddly, a year into the public release of the Machinery engine in 2022, Frykholm and Persson suddenly ceased development of the engine and insisted that all users wipe it off their hard drives. That makes the pair 0 for 2 in creating game engines and sticking with them for the long haul. Thankfully, it sounds like Arrowhead were able to make it work with Stingray over the years with their own modifications and modernizations, which begs a ship of Theseus question. At what point does Helldivers 2 engine stop being Stingray and start being its own thing? Now, one thing obviously that article did not cover is how far into production they were in regards of Helldivers 2. They weren't actually in early production. They were halfway through.
Oh.
So yeah, to basically stop that and put it on a brand new engine would not be advised. Because that would basically reset everything they've just done.
Yeah.
So they stuck with it. And I personally feel, having played the game myself, it actually works rather well. They've actually done very good. In fact, it's only 33 quid. And it's like, most AAA games can't even get that amount of people playing the games at their best. Like, it's incredible, like, seeing, like, it's incredible actually seeing games like that aren't AAA actually dominating the market at the moment. Obviously, we've got Power World, and now we've got Helldivers 2.
Do you want to know what I kind of find funny, though?
What's that?
Like, bear in mind, like, just to clarify, okay, quick question. So, Helldivers 2 is not a AAA game, right?
To my knowledge, no.
Okay, so all these developers of these AAA games, I'm not, saying all of them, I mean as in the ones that gave Larian Studios shit.
Yeah.
It's funny how they came out and attacked Larian Studios with all their little bullshit, if you remember that we covered a few weeks ago. Here on the podcast, but yet they haven't done that with Helldivers 2. So it's like, what, you mad, bro? Because, non-AAA titles are actually doing something good and making good out of it, and then you're just kind of being told, shut up.
You know why they're not attacking Helldivers 2, don't you?
Why?
Didn't exactly work well from when they attacked Baldur's Gate and Larian Studios.
That is very true. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Literally.
you know what? You're gonna shut up now because everybody told you to begin with.
Literally. Baldur's Gate set completely the tone, literally, for the possibilities. Like, you don't have to be a AAA studio to do something monumental.
Yeah.
And basically make history. You do not have to do that. And here's this all, like, bless them. Arrowhead, they were not expecting this from the player base, because at most, the most amount of concurrent players when Helldivers 1 was around was 50,000. That's still a fair amount.
That is actually, to be honest, yeah.
So the fact that Helldivers 2 has taken off so much, and their cap was apparently their cap was 500k players.
Oh, wow.
And the fact that people actually couldn't get in shows that more than 500,000 players, not just on PlayStation, but also on PC, have been fighting to get in. What does that tell you about the amount of players that actually wanted to play? That says a lot. That's why I actually have respect for it. Yeah. Because it's like, it's running on an outdated engine to which they've actually worked to make it their own, essentially. They've made a game that loads of people are jumping at the chance to play. And it actually plays as well as it fucking does. Like, literally, apart from a couple of little known bugs that I saw, and Charles told me about when we were streaming it the other day, I didn't really see any issues. Like, literally, the game actually takes the piss. Like, it does not take itself seriously. And you can see that as well. Because they even have propaganda videos playing when you're sat on your ship.
Alright, to be fair, that is kind of funny.
Yeah, they also say about stims as well, like the healing item use. It's like, you got have your arm chopped off, use a stim. If your leg's cut off, use a stim. It's...
And this is the thing, like, don't get me wrong, I just also, again, I want to clarify, I'm not berating Helldivers 2. Personally, from the gameplay I've seen when you streamed it, I don't think I'd be down to play it personally.
No, it's
just
not...
because it's not really my kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's
not
like you just turn around... No, exactly. But like you turn around and said the fact they took an engine that they had, what, so let's have a guesstimation, say about 75% of it done through that engine. Like you said, it will have to reset everything, right?
Yeah, they
moved on to a different thing.
They were halfway through it. They were halfway through development, so I'd say maybe...
Yeah,
I would say probably about 55, maybe 60% through.
Yeah, right? The fact is they still went ahead and they still pushed through to work with that engine. You know?
Yeah.
Jokes, my little mini dumbass joke, like, you know, at the beginning of obviously you talking about it, right? The fact that they literally stuck it out.
Yeah.
Instead of delaying it, just so they then had to start over, that says a lot in terms of commitment.
Yeah. And it's like, the fact is they're constantly working hard to actually try and fix everything. They're actually trying, every single bug report, they're actually trying their best to make sure they can actually get stuff sorted. Like, they actually uncapped the servers twice. Because the volume of players. Hell, even the CEO has actually turned around and said, because someone actually tweeted out saying, hey, should I actually get Helldivers 2? I've got enough money to get it. The CEO turned around and actually said, don't buy the game. Don't spend it. Don't spend don't spend the last of your money on the game until we have actually fixed it. We would love for you to play the game, but we'd rather you not buy the game and then sit there waiting in the lobby. They care about the game's reputation more than actually making money. Granted, yeah, they want to make money, but at the same time, if they can actually solidify the game's reputation, then the money will come in on its own.
Yeah.
So the fact that the CEO is telling people don't buy the game with there's too many people playing it at the moment. Wait until we fixed everything, then come on in. That says something. Like, I've got nothing but mad respect the fact that he actually went out on social media and said that. So I remember when Charles told me, and he showed me the tweet as well. I laughed my arse off. Because, like, how many devs have the absolute guts and respect for the crew behind the game to actually say that?
Exactly.
Like it's next level.
Well, it's the same as, obviously, Baldur's Gate 3 with patch 6, right? Even in their little patch notes, they even turn around and say, if the game is breaking, maybe try taking out some of the mods, you know, and go from there, because it might just be that a Model 2 is broken. Oh, I say Model 2, that's just my, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
My own wording to add on to that bit.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact is, Larian didn't have to go ahead and say that, because if you think about it, I don't know if you've noticed. Oh, dead! Oh, dead! Stop it!
What's Odin doing?
Scratching up my carpet again.
Ladies and gentlemen, cat attack. We're a long-range cat attack.
Anyway, where was I? There we are. Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but with a lot of games, when they release updates, whether it's hot fixes, patch fixes, whatever, it doesn't matter, or even mega like patches or whatever, right? They don't tend to put in the fact of, you know, if something's broken, try taking the mods out and playing it vanilla before giving us a report in. Because I've not really seen that in other games, actually, to be honest.
Sims doesn't even say that, does it?
No, it's the wonderful modding community, actually the big one actually, that created MC Command Center Deadpool. And I used to have it in my server. I used to have a sim section in my server, basically. I don't anymore, because I'm like, well, there's no point, honestly, at this point. Like, RIP, like, to that section of the server anyway. And I had their Discord notifications in terms of when a new patch was coming out. A little Me Too sort of situation in terms of, like, EA stuff breaking and bugs and stuff like that. And they would literally come out and say, it is, you know, patch day. don't forget to take out your mods, or maybe try doing the 50-50 method.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and that's the modding community that's had to do that.
Yeah. So, like, because one of the things that Charles let me know in regards of back to Helldivers 2, they kind of like, to anyone who's actually paying attention, there's like a mixture of like Starship Troopers. There's like Halo kind of mix of stuff in there. Like, they've taken a bunch of stuff and just put it together just for shits and giggles. And apparently, like, literally, the lore, like, it's... The way that Charles described it is like you're going around not destroying evil bugs and evil robots. No, what's happening is you're going around killing the bugs so you can mine so they actually so you can get oil from them. That's literally why you're attacking the bugs. And the robots, they're literally like, you're bad. We're gonna attack you. We were gonna attack you anyway, but now we got a reason to. So it's like, it's kind of funny. Like, if you get the opportunity, David, I do recommend looking up a video on like the propaganda videos that pops up. Like, hell, look up the intro. It's literally Starship Troopers.
I may have to at some point.
It's fucking ridiculous, but funny at the same time. But yeah, I definitely would recommend people like do some stuff on there as well, because like me, Charles, and Ivy, we were playing it, and anyone who's in my server will actually seen some of the pictures that Charles posted of him and I having a hug while a nuclear explosion is going off in the background. It's just so stupid as well. And from what I can see, there's not really anything like a battle pass. There's a pass, but not one that you actually pay for. You literally play the game and you get the stuff to unlock it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no actual battle pass from what I've seen. Which
not bad.
Yeah, and you can customize. You can kind of customize the name of your ship. Like, there's no actually like really ridiculous names on there, but I get the feeling that there will be some ridiculous ones.
Honestly, like, if you're able to, I definitely like ask, just to call one of your ships Cunt Waffle. If you can get away with it. Because I'm not going to ask you to risk
because it gives you a list of names to actually use. Yeah.
Charles said, hey, look at what I sent you. You want to see it before stream is done?
Yeah, I'm just having a look. Oh shit.
What up?
From Supermassive Games, the people that made The Quarry, Dark Pictures, The Devil in Me, stuff like that. They just made a statement. And
oh, can you send it to me so I can read it too, like in my face?
Yeah, this is actually tweeted out today at 2:39 p.m. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'm gonna read this out.
Oh no, of course, I just want to be able to read it in front of me, sort of thing.
Yeah, and Charles has said basically they are broke.
What?
Yeah, so this is basically...
But aren't they meant to be bringing out Until Dawn remake?
This is the statement, this is the official statement from Supermassive Games. Just come in, folks! Okay, Darude Sandstorm. From Supermassive Games. It's no secret that the games industry is currently facing significant challenges, and unfortunately we aren't immune to this. After much deliberation and with deep regret, we are therefore undertaking a reorganisation of Supermassive Games, aka laying people off. As a result, we are entering into a period of consultation which we anticipate will result in the loss of some of our colleagues. This is not a decision that has been taken lightly, with many efforts made to avoid this outcome. We are all too aware of how unsettling and difficult this process is going to be for all our employees and will be working closely with all those involved to ensure the process is conducted as respectfully and compassionately as possible. We're committed to focusing our efforts on our core strengths and upcoming titles to ensure the continued stability of the company. Sorry, sustainability. Oh boy, so another company that's basically going through the shitter.
That is actually kind of like sad because they did literally
Wasn't it
announced not too long ago that they were bringing out I think either remake or remaster of Until Dawn.
They're Until Dawn VR. That's what they're doing. Until Dawn VR. That's actually kind of rough because I know a few people that actually enjoyed some of the games that they've actually done.
No. They are doing PS5 and PC remaster of Until Dawn. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to quickly check it for myself. I apologize.
Yeah. Were they also doing a VR as well for Until Dawn?
They actually, technically, they did. I can't remember what it's called. But it came out about 6 months, I think, to a year after. Please don't quote me on that because I'm just going through a rough guesstimation in my head. And it was a little bit of a. You run like a. Not train cart, but you know what I mean, like the roller coaster ride cart things going around, and it was like a little not so much
Rush of
spin
Blood.
off, but it was, I believe so, yeah. Maybe, I'm pretty sure, maybe, yeah. But I've not heard anything else in terms of there being another Until Dawn on VR. But yeah, literally,
again,
Until Dawn. This was on PlayStation's official YouTube 3 weeks ago. Until Dawn announced trailer PS5 and PC.
But still, that's rough. Like that, they're basically in the process of letting people go. That is rough. Like, jeez.
That is hella fucking rough.
Fucking hell, man. I appreciate you actually show that to me, Charles. Appreciate you sending me that. That's the top of stuff that we appreciate. But yeah, I think that's about it. Like, I've gone through like my stuff and literally not anything else.
I've literally got a couple of things, and that's about it then.
What's yours?
Baldur's Gate 3 Most Beloved Voice is joining Fallout 4's most ambitious mod as a starring actor Neil Newbon bears his fangs on the streets of London. He's actually, I'm just going to give a TLDR on this because it has been confirmed he is going to be doing a voice for an NPC. Sort of thing. So it's like he is genuinely going to be doing it, you know, that if that makes sense. Like, he's actually doing it. It's a mod that's going to be coming out, and that's actually been in the works for quite some time. I know at one point during the, not like the first few episodes, but, you know, within the first year, basically, like, of this DLC happening and coming out, and it is actually set for April release, so I may have to potentially get, like, you know, go back onto Fallout 4 and get this mod at some point. I was planning to anyway when it was originally announced, but, you know, it's going to be pretty cool to see that mod and how it works and stuff, so I'll definitely give a review on that. Also, Lethal Company creator shares the most chaotic dev plan of all time. I really want content updates to feel like I broke into an alien zoo and released all the animals. Zekas confirms version 50 is slowly cooking and really substantial. Basically, they are, from what I can tell, it's lots of new creatures and map variations for the next major patch. But yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be one of those extremely chaotic we thought it was now.
Jesus.
And it's just gonna be worse. And Inventor, please, it's not that much for Astarian Overload, darling. Honk. That's also my new thing, because, you know.
Yeah, we get it.
We're not just gonna explain that. When I explained it last time, it's fine.
It's a pet demo. It's a personal pet project. You ain't got to explain it. Explain it on your own.
Aw, cute. Anyway, but that's all I have. So yeah, I just sort of did TLDRs for the last two because it kind of says it all for itself, to be honest.
Yeah. So, with that being said, folks, that is going to be it for the Flopcast today.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you everyone so much for supporting us over these past 2 years of Flopcast and these past 50 episodes.
Yep.
Obviously, the next episode will be on the 11th of March. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
So, obviously, look forward to that then. But yeah, I hope you all actually enjoyed this. And remember, everyone, regardless of what information that we do find, don't take everything we say as gospel. Actually look into stuff yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your wits about you. And when looking into stuff. And just come to your own conclusions. Once you have all the information at hand. But with that being said, Damo, thank you for joining me for the past 2 years on this.
As always.
And
thank you for having me.
No worries. And hopefully we'll still be going when we hit 100.
I guarantee you we definitely will.
I don't know. I feel like we cross the bar. I feel like we come close to the bar sometimes. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of the evening. Obviously, I'll be back tomorrow, possibly a little bit earlier than normal due to Pokemon Presents, because I kind of want to show that and maybe talk about it. But yes, I will see you all in the next one. Obviously, you'll be able to catch my friend Damo here at where on social media?
Twitch.tv/isdamu. Also the same for TikTok. I know I need to actually upload clips on that for starters. I know I'll get there eventually, but still I'm slow. It's fine.
Stop procrastinating.
And over on Twitter, it is Party with Knives. I know I made it when I was quite young. I'm not going to change it for the world though, so it's fine. So yeah, that's where you can find me at.
And obviously this episode of the Flopcast will be uploaded on YouTube. Hi YouTube.
Hey.
Either Wednesday evening or Thursday morning, depending on when I'm able to get around to it. And obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, hi, I hope you actually enjoy this. And if you want to see all the other stuff that we actually covered over the past 2 years, then obviously you can look up through the rest of the playlist. So I hope you enjoy, because it will take some time to get through them all. That should be a few good nights' sleep.
Right.
Just hear us talking shit for a few days straight. Drive people mad,
Yeah,
that would.
I know, innit? I can't even stand my own voice, like, when it comes to clipping stuff. It's why I'm so slow. Because I have to consistently take breaks. I don't like hearing my own voice. Ew.
Me, that's a me issue. I just power through. I'm just like, eh. if it makes me laugh and I think it's funny, all right, clip. I've just tuned out. I just tuned out my own dislike for my voice. But yeah, obviously we are going to raid, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and raid Saphira. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all in the next one. And as always, raise your pizzas high and say it with me. Stay chaotic.
Stay chaotic.
And live for the challenge.
And live a challenge. Ooh.
Bye.
Bye.